Servus, this is Ralph, and today I want to ask you a question. Do you have the feeling that the world is on your side, people are on your friends, or is it the exact opposite? The world is shit, everyone is negative, everyone is out to get you. And today I want to change your worldview, that the world is way more positive than you actually think. So stay tuned and enjoy. So the first thing to understand here is that you have been conditioned this way. If you go out in the streets and you see a 2-year-old child, for example, there is no single child that has negative assumptions about the world and isn't happy and running around all the time with the biggest smile in their face. All of these negative assumptions have been imprinted on you and been conditioned into you by your parents, society, and news as well. For example, like the news is a really big part of this. Like the 80, 90, probably 99% of the news are extremely negative because the news get their money and attention from these negative news because they sell better. And you rarely see, for example, oh, a billionaire gave a huge donation to people in Africa, for example. Although this happens, the news rarely ever speaks about this because this doesn't grab people's attention. And there are some good things in the news as well, but if you scroll through it, you can make the test yourself. It's like mostly negative. And what's really important to understand here is that negative news share way better than positive news because you're way more likely to click on the share button to send it to other friends because this information spreads more than the extremely positive news, for example, with a billionaire donating something to Africa, or people helping other people, or the NGO that had a big breakthrough, for example. And there's also a website which you can check out, which is called Thank Good News, where it's only good and positive news. And if you read through this, like, oh, a lion has been saved, someone gave away a lot of money, an NGO is starting this and this project, for example, then you will also see that the world is way more positive. People in general are way more positive and want to help people way more than you would expect, for example. And the next big thing is that you can't continue running away from inner negativity. You have to turn around and face that shit directly. Because in my life, I can think about some times as well, for example, I had this negativity in me and I tried to run away from it all the time. I was like, oh, I just gotta consume more positive things. I gotta do more positive thinking. I gotta make a positivity challenge or just focus on the positive anymore. But this doesn't work if you are, I mean, it works a little bit, but it doesn't get to the cause. You also have to dig deep in the emotions and feelings you have suppressed and repressed and disowned, and also re-owning them again. And then your default is being positive. That's the biggest thing here, that the default human state is that you're extremely positive, actually, but due to the conditioning, you have become negative. And also due to the past experiences and unprocessed emotions, you have become negative. Like there's a really big example I like to give, which is, for example, if you're in a very positive state and you're walking around in a street that you like to walk on. And you think like, oh, everything is so positive, everything is so nice. And maybe a year later, you condition yourself to be more negative, maybe some negative, unpleasant things happen to you as well. And then you start walking around in the same street and you think like, oh, the world is so fucked up, people are so fucked up, everyone is out to get me. And actually, like the street you're walking in is exactly the same, but you're just in a different state of mind. And you have to recondition yourself to be in a super positive state again and to start loving the world again, and also thinking that everyone is on your side. Because if you start thinking that everyone is on your side, people will act this way automatically, and you will see that people actually mean well. Like most people actually mean well and have very good intentions. Also, the next step here is look actively out for good things that are happening. For example, a person helping an old lady walking across the street, or as I said before, people talking at the farmer's market and just chatting and having a good time, people helping other people with their grocery bags, for example. And if you continue and actively start looking out for these positive things, then also you will have the proof and you will start being way more positive. And if you're watching this, then you might think, okay, I get that I've been conditioned, but there is also really negative shit happening out there. And I also agree. It's not trying to be delusional. You shouldn't put yourself in harm's way, and you shouldn't run around the world naively or going to dangerous situations and not avoiding them. Of course you should, but there's a difference between being super paranoid by it, or that you can go into the world with ease, and that you're not run by this paranoia. That is the big difference. So if you have enjoyed this video, I hope I could change your perspective a little bit and give you some tools to have a better and more positive outlook on the world. And also let me know in the comments if you have ever experienced something like this as well. And see you in the next video. Bye bye.